Oh, yes. Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract. Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
Hey, there we go. Now you can hear me. I've never done this before. So just playing a quick game of Bloodborne just to show some of the basics that might be easy to miss.
You found yourself a hunter.
So, lots of notes left around this first level when you get here to kind of help you. It's sort of the tutorial. These are notes, the messengers on the ground. That's one actually left by a person, not one for the game. Some of the notes in this level are left by the game, like this, telling you R1 is a basic attack with your right-handed weapon. R3 pressing will lock on a target. It's kind of a weird place to teach you because you don't have a target yet, though we will in a second. So these little red bubbles are specters. That is going to show you how somebody died. If you've played a Souls game before, you will know this system pretty well. So you can kind of see all these people are heading somewhere, fighting something, and dying. Probably this werewolf up here that we see eating a corpse. This fight is one you're sort of meant to lose, though if you don't, it's not that bad. I just locked on by pressing my R stick. There's lots of notes here. I have beaten him before without a weapon, but it is not sort of... being behind him and using your strong attack a little. Recovering from health there. Oh yeah. I'm dead. Which is okay. Kind of what you're supposed to do. So this is how we're going to get our weapon, which is not super well explained. We're going to wake up somewhere mysterious now. Up these stairs, we will see some messengers who offer us something. So this is our first gift, a choice of a weapon. If you've never played before, I would go with the saw cleaver. My first time I chose the axe because I saw that it had the most damage. I thought, oh, 98, well that's better than 90. But if you look over at these crazy stats that you'll probably never figure out for a while, this offers... in its secondary form, or in its regular form, offers a much better bonus against beasts, and especially early on, that's going to be a help. And I think it's just easier to use. It's a lot faster. Now I'm looking. The beast thing says... Maybe they don't have, can't tell where that is. Sometimes they bury these stats in a way that are really hard to see, but anything serrated like this offers a better attack against beasts, and especially early in the game, that's really helpful. Except to get firearm. You know, I've used both. I think the blunderbuss is easier to counter with. I've read lots of conflicting things about that. And that's primarily why I use my gun, is to parry. So I'm going to stick with the blunderbuss this time. The hunter pistol has better range, so you can use it to kind of attract enemies from afar. You can also just throw pebbles at them, which sometimes is, you know, just as easy. So we'll take the blunderbuss, but it's not too hard to get both of those guns and try them both out. And this is your notebook, which lets you leave messages with others. So I know somebody who played this game and never realized they couldn't figure out how to equip weapons, which is something this game does not do well. So it gives you weapons and then doesn't tell you how to equip them. So you have to go hit your start button, or options button, I guess, and here where it says arms, again, not super intuitive, you're going to select your saw cleaver. Now again, they don't explain this very well, but your first two is your right and the second two is your left. So I can't put anything else in that one because I only have one weapon. You can toggle between those using your D-pad, and then select your blunderbuss. These are quick items, so you could put right now a hunter's mark in a notebook. I'm not going to probably put either of those in there because neither are really something I want quick access to. Alright, so now we're ready to go back. The only place we can go is the first floor sick room. Again, I realize this game doesn't explain that, like, these headstones are how you get there, but that's where it's probably the only thing you can actually do right now, so let's go back. Your gun, if you shoot somebody right when they're about to attack you, will stun them, and you can do a visceral attack with R1. If you notice, the werewolf's eyes are glowing. That's because he stole my blood echoes, which are like souls in other games, which are basically currency, how you level up, everything. So if I want to get those back, I'll have to attack him and beat him. Not doing a good job. Oh my god, I can't believe I died right away. Pretty typical for a Souls game to die in your first enemy. And also, I don't really have a lot to lose, so it's not too tragic. Here would be where my souls are, except I didn't have any blood echoes, Yeah, that's all it took. I was trying to be too cute and stagger them, which is completely unnecessary. Blood vials are used for healing. Triangle activates those. Some people really have a hard time keeping them and running out. I think that's an earlier thing that they've fixed a little bit in the game. When your bar takes a hit, you can quickly attack back and regain some of your health. The gate behind us here won't open yet. It's not going to open for a very long time, so don't even worry about it. Blood vials, helpful. You go through this area quite a lot, and you get really good at it, but the first time it's really hard, and even when I go back to playing it, I forget that these guys don't go down with just one hit, like I'm used to when you're later in the game. So, trick weapon. So, if you press your left button, I guess it's L1, it turns into usually a longer version that's better for crowd control, but also usually slower. And does typically slightly less damage, or sometimes quite a lot. First time I played this game, I walked past this lantern 100 times and did not light it. I just didn't notice it. This will make your life way easier. So now we can, upon death, we'll awaken here, or it's a place we can warp to. So we won't have to start all the way back down there and walk up this ladder again, which is nice. Alright. Pebbles. Quite thrilling. You can throw those at things. Intention to draw them out. This guy jumps out. It's very easy. So you can either kind of go down these stairs. There's a couple enemies down here. I don't think there's really much reason to. I almost never go that way because you can also jump off this ledge over here and kind of chill out, lock onto this guy, walk really slowly. And you can do a charge attack, and then walk up and hit R1, and you'll do a visceral attack. You've got a few seconds to pull that off. Molotovs, nice. Now Molotov would be a good thing to put on my quick menu, so I'm going to just pause, hit this, select that, and hey, why don't we go ahead and put pebbles on here too, but they're handy. Now, my square button will activate whatever is there.
Are you that outsider? Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you. Trot along, will ya?
Press. Oh, I always mess it up. Press down. When I'm thinking about it, I do it wrong. Press down to toggle through, on the D-pad, to toggle through your quick items. If you press up, like I just did, it takes some of your blood and uses it as bullets. So it trades blood for bullets, which can be helpful. It's not something I do it more on accident than purpose. So, quick my long version there. Deal with the crowds. There's usually some guys down here, which, oh, they must have already passed me by. Oh, but while we're here, why don't we go and open this door, which is something else I forgot forever. Not usually that helpful, but it'll save you a few extra steps sometimes. This takes us back to the clinic where we woke up. There's also a real scary dude back here. I wouldn't even bother with him. I think there's some reward back there, but he's very strong right now, and you are not, and it is not worth it to get like some blood vials or something pointless. I think we passed by one earlier. These guys have, if you see somebody, you kill somebody and they have a glowing light on them, that's something you can pick up. Knock on the doors with red lanterns.
Lads, you've come on. You'd open the door on a night of hunt. Away with you.
Wonderful British accents. This little guy back here is a little, Oh boy, that's what this guy's doing. Alright. You can keep swiping at someone even after they are down to get some blood for a few. Trying to shoot him. If there's a guy around this corner, they're gonna lure you in here with the treasure, only to attack you. Bloodstone Shard, those are what you use to power up weapons or level them up. Usually need. That guy. Every time. Get some of the power back. Hitting. Now, if you walk really slowly through here, sometimes you don't alert these guys down below, but usually you do. Oh, so yeah, they found me. Can't believe I didn't get this. If you walk slowly, you'd be surprised at how much you can stay invisible. It's kind of surprising. I mean, I'm obviously right out in the open, but I can sneak right up on this guy just because I'm walking slowly. Oh, and visceral attacks give you a little health. Now, early on, this is a very hard area to be in. Throw a rock at that dog to lure him over. The first time I played this, again I picked the axe. I probably played it for 3 hours one night just to get through like this area. And these guys are still up here. I was hoping to sneak up on the thing. You could just walk right through here and not fight all these guys. But it's good to be kind of strategic if you do want to fight these guys. You'll learn a lot from messing up. Like I said, I probably should have just snuck through that tunnel, not fought any of these guys, been better off for it. I feel like there are way more messengers at this lamp than I ever remembered. Huh. That's weird. I wonder what that's about. you overswing, you get tired and you just don't have any juice left. It covers pretty quickly, but you do want to give yourself a break. The reason I'm using the long form of weapon is better for gonna heal. This guy usually drops bullets. I don't think we have to fight this guy.
You are cursed.
You're not going to be able to level up your character until you get something called Insight, which is the little eye meter on the upper right side of the screen. You'll probably get it after you see the first boss. You don't have to beat the first boss, you just have to see it, and then you can start leveling up. That's the way most people find it. You can find it through an item in this level too, so you don't have to get all the way there. You can level up before you. This guy up there is shooting at me. I get out of sight. The guy up there has my blood echoes from last time. More guys here than I remember. Visceral attacks don't heal unless you have a rune later. Sorry, it's been a while. Runes are kind of like souls, or rings and souls, abilities, add health, things like that. So I got my blood echoes back. Watch out for the fire. You can go up and steal this bullets this guy I'm sure dropped. Run over, get any items. lantern over here with another actor. Now down here is a big brute, big troll-looking guy with some very tempting treasures. He will turn around if you get too close. I don't think you can sneak up on him. Here we go. When he attacks, try to hit him with your gun. And visceral. He's still not dead. So let's attack him. And we get a torch, which I am going to equip on the gun side. So if I hit left on the D-pad, I can switch to a torch, which is helpful in really dark areas. We can go up to this area up here right now, which is what the game would probably have you do. There's some horrible birds over here that are terribly interesting. They give pebbles. Typically. Oil urn, which will help set things on fire better, make the effect last longer. So I could go up there, and that's what the game would want you to do, but I played this enough that the easiest way to smash through here, there's a little shortcut with all these dogs in a cage. Now we're gonna go up here. So we came down and then went to the left. Got that. Cold Blood Dew is just more blood echoes that you can use. It's like the souls you find. Another giant thing down there. We're gonna go under this arch, this door that's unopened. This is the like dark and spooky mansion. A great time to get out your torch. And there's a guy right on the other side of the door. He's gonna try to come and get us. Right, we could go upstairs, but let's not for now. Let's... Hurt an innocent old man in a wheelchair. Could come down after you. Huh. Alright, so we're gonna unlock this door. Walk through here. More bloodstone shards. Then, I'm going to open this door. And this is right back at the first lantern. Well, second lantern. So now when we respawn, we can just go down here and this will make our lives so much faster. Because we can actually get to the first boss now. Well, I don't have to fight anyone again, which is great. We're going to come up here. There's two guys up on this side, one hiding behind the barrel. And maybe the one who I already killed? Yeah, that's the one who came after me. Come at it from another way, you'll think you have to fight them, but this is the easier way, you don't have to do it. I'm trying to draw these birds out and switch my gun. Maybe I should just fight them. Yeah, this is here. birds always attack in straight lines, so you can always just kind of like... But when there's a lot of them, it can be... Good advice for basically every enemy in this game is take them out one at a time. You can lure people out. The minute there are more than 2 guys, even 2 guys can be really difficult. Now, when we go through this game, we might die. Go ahead and heal. Let's equip an oil urn. We can throw it at him and then throw a Molotov too. I'm going to remove the pebbles because I want to just be able to switch between these really fast. That'll help. The boss is not terribly hard, but sometimes nice to be able to level up before fighting him. So after I fight him, even if I die, I should be able to go level up. Although I'll probably lose all my blood echoes, but we have the cold blood dew or whatever. We'll see how much that gets us. Let's try it. We're gonna awaken at the hunter's dream again. And now we can actually level up. Like I said, you can get something called Madman's Knowledge. That will also help. Hey, there's more gifts here. Beckoning Bell and Silencing Bell. So these are things that help you summon and get the old Hunter's Bell. So you use Insight. We're not going to talk to the guy in the wheelchair. So we have no blood echoes right now, but we can use Cold Blood Dew. Let's see, how much is that? 350. That's probably not going to do as much.
I, Honorable, and you will hand between both.
Let's see.
Very well, let me...
Yeah, we need 829. I bet if we use all 3 of those,
Farewell,
we should
good hunter.
at least be able to level up once.
May you find your worth in the waking world.
They said we can use these to buy things over here. This is like the shop. The Bath Messengers also uses blood echoes.
Welcome, what is it? Very well, let me...
Let's see. Strength is already pretty good for now. Vitality and strength are going to be the 2 things I'm going to focus on. So we'll up my vitality, which will give me up my HP. And defense, physical defense, so that's always a good idea. Different weapons use different stats, so most of the ones you're going to find are going to use like strength or skill. Some both have a combination of both that give you bonuses, so that's really, you're going to be building your character usually to the weapon you like.
Farewell, good hunter.
Alright, well, I think I've played enough, so I'm gonna stop that since we got to the first boss, and we're able to level up. We can now keep, now that she's awoken, we can keep farming for souls if we wanted, or blood echoes to keep leveling to get stronger. There's some sewers you can explore and find better clothes. That's especially good to have for your first fight. And honestly, it's once you get that first hunter outfit, it's probably about one of the best things you'll wear through most of the game, so you don't really need much else. I'm going to stop this broadcast. Thanks a lot.